Quote.
We are announcing the arrival of the Minister of State for Budget and National Planning. Welcome to the 7th edition of the Science and Tech Innovation Program.
Once again, we welcome the Minister of State Budgeting and Planning, Prince Clem Agba. You're welcome to the Techno Expo. This is announcing the arrival of Minister of State, Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Ikechukwu Igo. You're welcome, sir, to this occasion, and I'm sure also that this will be your first time of witnessing Techno Expo, and I'm assuring you they are going to be extremely satisfied with what Nigerians are doing with their hands and their intellectual property. And we also like to welcome today Dr. Mrs. Ifeoma Anyangutako, Permanent Secretary, Police Service Commission. Madam, we welcome you to this occasion. May I also inform you that earlier today we've had the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, Mrs. Manilola Odo. She's been here early in the day to ensure that preparations are concluded for this edition. We'd like to thank her for all the efforts she put in place to ensure that we are here today. And that's the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. Well, please, we'd like to inform our guests inside the that ministers and other dignitaries are coming, and if you are not designated to be there, please leave there right now. If you are not designated to be where the Minister of Science and Tech and others are situated, please leave the place. And at this point, we'd like to inform you that the Minister of Health, Dr. Ehanuri, just joined us now on this occasion. I would like to appreciate him and welcome him and thank him too for coming here today. I have also cited the Minister of Foreign Affairs. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Jeffrey Onyama, is also there from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Sir, we thank you for being here today. Thank you indeed. Well, we shall continue to recognize the dignitaries joining us today on this occasion. It will be very interesting for you to note that science and technology connected all aspects of our national life. And because of that, we're expecting people from different walks of life to grace this occasion today.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to inform you that we're also joined at this expo by powerful delegations from the state. And it's my pleasure at this time to mention their presence and introduce them to you formally. I'm happy to say that the Honorable Commissioner in charge of the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology in Ondo State is here. Olufemi Agagu. Would appreciate it if you can applaud them as they're introduced. We also have the Honorable Commissioner from Ebonyi State, Dr. Sunday. Dr. Sunday is with us at this moment. And if you will, acknowledge the presence of Honorable Commissioner, Minister of Science and Technology, Taraba State, Emmanuel Massa Ibi. And amongst us also this morning is Professor Mukai Garku, Honorable Commissioner, Nasarawa State. We have the pleasure of also mentioning that the Rector, Delta State Polytechnic, is here, Professor Achenu. And ladies and gentlemen, from Benue State, Minister of Energy, Science and Technology, is the Honorable Commissioner, Dr. Aga Jane. And moving back to the center of government here in Abuja, we are happy to mention the presence of Dr. Halilu Ahmad Shaba, the Director General of National Space Research and Development Agency, what we call NASDA. And from NEPAD, Auda NEPAD Nigeria, is Professor Juliana, who is the national focal point for NEPAD. Thank you. We will come back to you in just a moment.
All right, we are continuing with recognitions. We'd like to, at this point, to recognize our chief host, Engineer Shehu Hadi Ahmad, the Executive Secretary, FCDA, who is representing the Minister of the FCT. We welcome you to this occasion, sir. I just saw the Director General of NOTAP, National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion, Dr. Azumi Ibrahim. Permit me also to appreciate the presence of the Director General of the National Space Research and Development Agency, NASDA, Dr. Halilu Ahmad Shaba. You're all welcome.
I'd also like to welcome the DG of the National Biotechnology Development Agency, Professor Abdullahi Mustafa. You're very welcome, sir.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, more introductions. We are really happy that this program is being very well attended. So we're happy to announce the presence of the Director General, National Research Institute for Chemical Technology in Zaria, Professor Jeffrey T. Baminas. And I will ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to also extend a warm courtesy to the Director General, Chief Executive Officer, Federal Institute for Industrial Research, Oshodi, Dr. Mrs. Jumei Adamu. Thank you so much for your attention. We will return momentarily for more introductions. The program will begin formally in just a few minutes. We're happy that everyone seems to be settling in, and preparations are almost concluded. And in just a few minutes, we'll begin properly and formally. Thank you so much for being here and being with us this morning for this interesting expo on actualizing effective diversification of the Nigerian economy through science, technology, and innovation, the 7th edition of the Science and Innovation Expo. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I announce the arrival of Executive Vice Chairman of the National Agency for Science and Technology Agency. As a matter of fact, this is the man who changed the course of history of NASENI, and he's here to join us as always on this edition of Technology Expo. I am talking about no other than Engineer Professor Mohammed Sani Haruna, the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, which has been re-engineered to become a new NASENI that is bringing changes in the science and technology spectrum in this country. We welcome him once again to this very gathering. Thank you, sir, for coming. We welcome to our midst the Honorable Minister of Environment, who was the immediate past Minister of State for Science, Technology, and Innovation. I'm sure he was part of this planning that is going to be unfolded today. He's now in the Ministry of Environment. May we welcome Barrister Mohammed Abdullahi. You're welcome to this occasion.
At this point, we would also like to welcome ministers from our brother and sister countries. We would like to welcome Dr. Professor Ansu Sani, the Honorable Minister of Science and Tech from Liberia. Also, we would like to welcome the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology from Cameroon, Dr. Chinte Magdalene. Les gens de Nigeria disent bien, soyez la bienvenue ici au Nigeria.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Techno Expo is getting to the level of higher maturity now, because I can see that the tentacles of this program is expanding very well and incorporating other elements that should be part of the stakeholders when we talk about science, technology, and innovation. We now have friends from the Francophone African countries and also Europe and Asia who are also here to participate in Technology Expo. I want to believe, quite frankly, that in the course of this week long of science and tech activities, that we're going to have synergies. We're going to create a nexus. We're going to ensure that the gap that we've been trying to close is done. And I want to believe also that the 7th edition of Techno Expo should have taught us one or two lessons, having experienced 6 editions in the past, and we should have a way of improving what we're doing, especially translating what we do here into practical reality, into practical existence as we move ahead to indigenize technology. Indigenization of technology is the only key to national development, and that is why African nations are still grappling with technology, are still grappling with imported technology. We don't have indigenous ones, and that's also what one of the agencies in this country has been doing over the years, and that's NASENI, which of course encapsulates other aspects of technology and innovation. And if you agree with me, Nigeria can build anything. From my experience, I can see that Nigerians can build anything under the sun because we have the personnel, we have the capacity, we have the intellectual gifts to do that. But what we require is the will and the time. It's the only way we can be a great nation, because there's no great nation that depends on importation of technology-driven products. There's no great nation that depends on importation of food. There's no great nation that depends on importation of agricultural machinery. They do it indigenously, and that's why they're big today. And Nigeria, we are looking forward to that time when we can boast of being a hub of technology in Africa, especially in the sub-Saharan Africa. I want to appreciate all of you for being here today. This is our 7th time on this platform, and we have to make a change positively. Once again, welcome to this occasion, and in the next couple of minutes, we're going to take off properly and, of course, get into the nitty-gritty of the 7th edition of Technology Expo. Thank you for coming here. And can we hear more sound or more music from either the police band or the E-bomb bass, please? Let's hear something from you. Well, the Director General of the Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute is also here. He's Professor Samson Duna. We appreciate you, and thank you for coming.
Ibom Brass Band, please. Some music.
All right, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are still welcoming guests on this very occasion of Technology Expo. We have the DG Shesko, that's Sheda Science and Technology Complex, Professor Paul Onenekwe, that's for Shesko there. So you're welcome. We know that Shesko has one of the biggest or largest laboratory in West Africa. Well, we thank you for coming. And today also we are glad to inform you that the newly created agency under the Science and Technology is also here. That's the National Council of Food Science and Technology. National Council of Food Science and Technology. The Director General is no other than Mrs. Nkechi Eze. Mrs. Eze, you're welcome to this program. Now, the Energy Commission of Nigeria is also here and represented by the Director General of that agency, Professor Bala Ali Dere. We thank you, Prof, for coming here. That's the DG of Energy Commission of Nigeria. We also have the Director General of the Raw Materials Research and Development Council, Professor Ibrahim H. Doko. We thank you for coming here from Raw Materials Council of Nigeria. I've earlier mentioned Dr. Ibrahim Dan Azumi of the National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion. You are also welcome to this wonderful occasion. May we please welcome the Honorable Minister of Agriculture. He just joined us now. Sir, good afternoon, or rather good morning, and welcome to Techno Expo. It's good you are here today, sir, because agriculture has a lot to do with technology and innovation. We'd like you to also be part of our show today and enjoy the intellectual capacity of Nigerians, which we witness within the week of this Techno Expo. You're welcome, sir.
We also have Engineer Shogu Omotayo in representation for the Honorable Minister of Transportation, Engineer Mwazu Jaji Dobo. We also have with us the Deputy High Commissioner of the Embassy of the High Commission of India, VSTL Surendra. We say namaste. Welcome. We also have here the Communications Councilor, Councilor en Communication pour Ambassade de la République de Mali, Monsieur Amadou Sankari. On a dit sur Amadou venu ici au Nigeria et pour Expo 2023. Merci beaucoup. Encore, on va dire enchanté pour la ministre de la Science, Technologie et Innovation du Cameroun, Dr. Chantal Magdalene. De la part de la ministre de Science et Technologie au Nigeria, on dit bienvenue ici. We also like to welcome once again the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology from Liberia, Dr. Professor Ansu Sani. We say welcome to Expo 2023. We also have with us Air Vice Marshal O.A. Tuashi in representation for the Chief of Defense Staff. We say welcome, sir. We also have Air Vice Marshal H.B. Abubakar representing the Chief of Air Staff. We say welcome, sirs. We would also like to welcome from the High Commission of the Republic of Namibia, His Excellency Humphrey Gesse. You're very welcome, sir. He is the High Commissioner of the High Commission of the Republic of Namibia. We'd also like to welcome Professor Nedifon Peter, Technical Advisor 1, representing the Cameroon Ministry of Research and Innovation. Bienvenue.
Well, once again, I'd like to welcome all of us again to this edition of Techno Expo. I am quite happy that we have a good number of ministers here present on this occasion. And my concern really is if we have ministers here, if you look further, you discover that the portfolios of all the ministers here are somehow connected to science, technology, and innovation. Is it health? Is it agriculture? Is it foreign affairs? Because we need people to, invest in science and tech in Nigeria, because this is a country where we have all manner of cars, yet there's no car manufacturing plant in Nigeria. What we have are just assembly plants that we have. Except for Innocent and a few others, I'm not sure that we have any car manufacturing plant in Nigeria today. But we have variety of automobiles anywhere around. Is it agriculture? If you go to Naseni stand, for instance, the machinery, the agricultural machinery in the enclave on Naseni is unprecedented. From all the science institutes around Nigeria, you will discover what Nigerians are making in terms of agricultural machinery. Is it a rice threshing machine? Is it a rice destoning machine? And many others like that. There are other institutes like that. But then, if there's no synergy between these ministries, collaboration and cooperation will be very, very difficult. And that's why I'm happy that all the ministers are invited to this occasion to see what Nigerians can make. I hope they will have time to visit the stands that we have here. You will see amazing things Nigerians are doing in all facets of technology. Is it space technology? Is it automobile engineering? Is it nanotechnology? What have you? We have all that, but again, we need to harness them and put them in the proper positions for us to make a headway.
As a matter of fact, I was just telling my brother behind there that since we're talking about science, technology, and innovation, I will not be satisfied with technology until we can download food on our phones.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the arrival of the representative of President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. We have the Chief of Staff here representing the President in the person of Professor Gambari. And please, can we give him a round of applause, please, before we take the national anthem? All right. Now it is time for us to start this show today. Your Excellency, sir, this is to inform you that we are having the 7th edition of Technology Expo. And I'm happy that you are here representing the Chief Executive of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Right now, let's take the national anthem, please. Let's stand for national anthem, please. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, here today ably represented by Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, Honorable Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Senator Adeleke Mamara, immediate past Minister of State Health, Minister of State Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Ikechukwu Iko, Minister of State or Minister of FCT, Malam Mohammed Musa Bello, Senate Committee Chairman on Science, Technology and Innovation, Senator Uche Ekunife, the Chair House Committee on Science and Technology, Honorable Bernie Lar, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, Mrs. Monilola Udo, other permanent secretaries here present, directors of the various departments in the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, directors general of the 18 agencies under the Ministry of Science and Technology, members of the diplomatic corps, private sector participants in this edition of Techno Expo here present, not forgetting tertiary institutions, secondary schools, and research institutes across Nigeria participating today, and of course my colleagues in the press. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is with humility and high sense of responsibility that I welcome you to this platform, the Techno Expo. Your Excellency, 7 years ago, we were on this platform to launch the greatest advocacy for science, technology, and innovation sector, and of course, science development. Now, the trajectory has been sustained, and so today is another day for the sector. In my over 20 years of reporting science and technology, I have witnessed for the first time the elevation of the sector by an administration, and that happened within the last 8 years, the elevation of the science and technology sector. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the philosophy behind the Techno Expo has been built on the necessity for indigenization of technology. And for the indigenization of the society, we make it possible for us to build capacity and capability of developing, providing technology-driven products to the world. In all of this, self-reliance is key, as it will make Nigeria's geopolitical stance strategically stronger as a net technology provider in the African sub-region. And so it will necessarily catapult our economy up ahead. This has been said by the Executive Order 5 of the President. And so the theme of the 2023 Expo is actualizing effective diversification of the Nigerian economy through science, technology, and innovation. It is indeed apt for this particular theme. And we are going to, within the week, experience what it means to say that Nigerians have the intellectual capacity to build anything under the sun driven by science and technology. My name is Kirian Umayo. I thank you for being here today. And I have other colleagues of mine to be talking to you from time to time. Kema Bonte is here with me, as well as Ojugo Onyeloka Chukwu. He's also going to be speaking French for us, for our Francophone friends who are here with us on this edition of Techno Expo. Once again, welcome. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of this occasion, we are going to invite two gentlemen to say prayers for us to consummate what we are doing today and leave it in the hands of God. And first, I'd like to call Ustaz Dr. Muhammad Kabiru for the Muslim prayer. Ustaz, if you're around here, please come to the podium for the prayer. Shall we appreciate him for coming up here? Put our hands together for Ustaz Dr. Muhammad Kabiru as he makes it to the podium for the Muslim prayers. Thank you. Ustaz, please come around here.
صلوا على النبي الكريم صلوا على النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Creator and Sustainer of the world. We thank Allah for today being a day to open this very, very august program, that is to celebrate the talent of our scientists here in this Expo Square. Oh Allah, we thank you for the innovations of Nigerian scientists. Oh Allah, we thank you today for our nation. We thank you for our leadership under the President of Muhammadu Buhari. We thank you for the leadership of the Minister of Science and Technology. We thank you for everybody that is here to witness this program as we are here to celebrate this program with the theme actualizing effective diversification of Nigerian economy through science, technology, and innovation. Oh Allah, we thank you for that. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you. Can we please appreciate him, please? Let's put our hands together for him. Yes, that's a very deep prayer there for this occasion. And we also invite the Christian for us. Reverend Genesis Annie. Reverend Genesis Annie, please come around for the prayers. Okay, you are here, Reverend. Thank you.
Shall we pray? Eternal Father, we thank you this day. We have gathered for a week-long event on science and technology and innovations. We have gathered the best in this industry. But dear Lord, our best will not be enough without your presence, without your enabling power, without your spirit. Lord, we are asking that your spirit and your presence be made real here. As your servant, I invoke eternal power upon this event, and I command your blessings upon each and every one that will be participating, that at the end of this event, the economy of Nigeria will be further diversified through science and technology. We are asking, King of Glory, that you bless our leaders, those who have appointed to lead us in the field of science and technology. I ask that you bless our president and those who work with him. We thank you because you have answered these our prayers. In Jesus' name.
Thank you, Reverend Genesis and Ostals. Well, the key word in one of the prayers is diversification through science, technology, and innovation. It is inevitable, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that for us to move forward as a nation, you have to diversify through science and technology. In the words of the former Israeli president, Shimon Peres, he said that any nation that does not embrace science and technology may be wiped out in due course, because the world is moving towards a generation where science will determine all that we do. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, may I invite for a welcome address Chief Henry Ikechukwu Iko. He is the Honorable Minister of State, Science, Technology, and Innovation. And I'm sure this is the first Techno Expo he's going to be part of. And of course, I'm also sure that he understands what we are doing here today. But in due course, he's going to be amazed by what Nigerians can do, the intellectual capacity of Nigerians. I call them the best brains of this country, the brains in science, technology, and innovation, who can build anything under the sun. They just need the will, the wisdom, and the patriotism to be able to do that. So welcome the Honorable Minister of State, Science, and Technology, Chief Henry Ikechukwu Iko. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I create the indulgence to align myself with already existing protocol. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this Science, Technology, and Innovation Expo 2023. I will gladly admit that we are committed to ensuring that science, technology, and innovation is used to drive economic growth and development in Nigeria. The theme of this year's Expo is actualizing effectiveness, diversification of Nigerian economy through science, technology, and innovation. Since 2017, my ministry has never failed to organize this great event because of its strategies to encourage production and commercialization of research, development, and products and services. The objectives of this Expo are to showcase the capability of Nigerian scientists, engineers, inventors, innovators, in fast-tracking sustainable development of Nigeria through STI. Encourage interaction between researcher, innovator, and investor with a view to commercializing research results. Facilitate the growth of indigenous manufacturers hang on science, technology, and innovation. Promote collaboration among researchers, among institutes and researchers stroke inventors. Let me thank Mr. President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for always being there for us. Sir, you have never failed to support science, technology, and innovation sector in Nigeria. History will always be kind to you for your policies, programs, projects that are selfless and will certainly drive Nigeria to full industrialization, which will guarantee job creation for our youth. I am also delighted and honored to welcome all distinguished government heads of representatives in Nigeria and from other countries as well. I will extend my gratitude to the legislative arm of government, particularly the Senate Committee Chairman, chaired by Senator Uche Ekwinife, and the House Committee on Science, Technology, and Innovation, chaired by Honorable Benila. These committees have been supportive of policy, strategy, and program of science, technology, and innovation sector. Government cannot do all to develop a nation. The government needs people, their hard work, creativity. I appreciate all who have to showcase products of their research. I urge you all to continue to work hard and be creative. I also assure you that the federal government of Nigeria will always support, consider ways to ease the burden of your research. This event was made possible by the tireless effort of management and staff of Federal Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation. The planning committee, I say thank you for your effort. I must also commend the press for your continuous partnership with the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation. I believe your presence at this year's edition of Science Technology Expo will spread the of this Expo to the grassroots, hence encouraging investors to showcase interest, research, and development results. On behalf of the management, staff of Federal Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, I once again welcome you all to this epoch-making event. Thank you, and God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you to please applaud the Honorable Minister of State for Science, Technology, and Innovation for the address, a proper welcome at this time. Thank you. We will proceed to another high point this morning's program, which is the presentation of the Science, Technology, and Innovation Policy Document, which is the strategic implementation plan and impact on its socio-economic development in Nigeria. This important document will be formally presented to you, ladies and gentlemen, now by the Director in charge of Planning, Research, and Policy Analysis. Okay, if you will indulge me, I need to step that down temporarily and move on to goodwill messages. So, if you'll indulge me, ladies and gentlemen, that presentation will come later on in the course of the proceedings for today. But at this time, we'll take goodwill messages. And I would invite my colleague, OJ, to introduce the first goodwill message at this time. Thank you.
All right, we made some adjustments to the program because of scheduling issues. At this point, we'd like to bring to the microphone for his goodwill message the Honorable Minister, le ministre de Sciences et Technologie de Cameroon, Dr. Swinte Magdalene. Please put your hands together for him. It's always good when you're having such programs to have your brother and sister nations in attendance collaborating, because technology is something that is global now. Bienvenue, Monsieur le Ministre. Merci beaucoup au Nigeria. Bienvenue au Nigeria, Monsieur le Premier ministre.
uphold the protocol as already indicated, and to present this goodwill message from the Minister of Scientific Research and Innovation of the Republic of Cameroon to the Technology and Innovation Expo 2023. The Minister of Scientific Research and Innovation of the Republic of Cameroon, Dr. Twente Magdalene, received the invitation as guest of honor at the Science Technology Expo 2023 from her colleague, the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. She had planned to personally participate in this important technology and innovation expo, but last-minute major constraints could not permit her to be here. This is why she designated me to represent her, and I am very honored to be part of this ceremony chaired by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here represented. Permit me to therefore convey to His Excellency, the Nigerian Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, the profound gratitude of his Cameroonian counterpart for the invitation as guest of honor at this important STI exhibition, which is further evidence of the long and excellent cooperation ties forged by history and culture that exist between our two countries, which are highly cherished and promoted by both our illustrious leaders. She further charged me to convey her warm seasonal greetings, especially for the new year 2023, to you, Honorable Minister, and to the Science, Technology and Innovation family of Nigeria. Your Excellencies, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, the government of Cameroon, through the Minister of Scientific Research and Innovation, appreciate this laudable initiative by the Nigerian Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation to place STI at the center of Nigeria's infrastructural and economic development through the organization of this technology and innovation exhibition, which comes at a time when African countries are finally understanding the role which science, technology, and innovation can play in the transformation agenda of their respective economies. Nigeria is one of the few African countries that have developed and are implementing a national STI policy. Permit me, therefore, to appreciate this timely and proactive action taken by the Nigerian government through the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation to encourage indigenous manufacturing industries hinged on HTI. Over the years, Cameroon has developed a long partnership with Nigeria in the area of science and technology. We have had many of our scientists and researchers trained in Nigerian universities and vice versa. Some of these scientists are engaged in joint projects in both fundamental and applied sciences, especially in the areas of health, agriculture, natural resources, and materials. It is therefore a great pleasure and privilege for me to participate in this technology and innovation exhibition and to witness the display of the finest scientific discovery service of Nigerian development. Permit me to congratulate you, Honorable Minister, for this great achievement of bringing together researchers, innovators, and investors on this common platform, which should serve as a springboard for the development of indigenous manufacturing industries. This should be the focus of every African country. While thanking you once more, Honorable Minister, for your kind invitation, I wish you, on behalf of my minister, a successful Technology and Innovation Expo 2023. Kindly accept your excellent wishes. Attention.
Indeed, the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology from Cameroon, Dr. Chinte Magdalene. We thank you and appreciate the synergy that is currently existing between Nigeria and other nations in terms of science, technology, and innovation. And that is key. Collaboration is key. Partnership is of essence to ensure that what we dream can come to practical reality. That is the only way that science and technology can affect us. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the essence of life is to sustain existence, and in a polarized global space we find ourselves, something has to be done about our homegrown technology. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, may I invite, with due respect, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, who is here today represented by the Chief of Staff in the person of Professor Ibrahim Gambari. Sir, you are required to come to the podium for us to hear from the presidency in terms of science, technology, and innovation. All right, now the arrangement I've been issued was that the minister was going to speak before the president, but then information came that it is the other way around. But now let's resort to the original plan. Because the presidency will have to react to the comments of the Minister of Science and Technology. That information came before now. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation, Dr. Senator Adeleke Olorumimbe Marmara, is hereby respectfully invited to the podium here to give us his own side of the story on science, technology, and innovation with respect to 2023 edition of Techno Expo. Sir, you're welcome to the podium for this purpose. Can we appreciate him, please? Can we appreciate him? Can we appreciate him, please? You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone here present. Is fast moving, but not without giving honor to whom honor is due. So in that regard, permit me to recognize and thank our President, President Muhammadu Buhari, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented at this by no less than the Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari. Thank you very much, sir, for honoring us with your presence at this event. I'm equally indebted to my colleagues in the cabinet that have found time to be part of this event today. And I have a fairly long list. I have the Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Hanire. I have the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Onyema Ugochukwu. I have Otumba Ni Adebayo, Industry, Trade and Investment. I have Engineer Suleiman Adamu, Honorable Minister of Water Resources. I have Barrister Mohammed, Minister of Environment. I have Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, Prince Clement Agba. I have Dr. Mohammed Mahmoud, Honorable Minister of Agriculture. I have Honorable Minister of FCT, ably represented by the Executive Secretary of FCDA. Well, I do hope that I have not missed out any of my colleagues. I have representative of the Governor of Ondo State, Barrister Adeolu, ably represented. And my dear sister, forgive me if I have missed the protocol. That's Benny La, Member House of Representatives on Science, Technology, and Innovation. I recognize our colleagues from across the borders, quite a number of them here present. I recognize directors in the ministry, and of course, the heads of agencies, and permit me to just say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this important annual Science, Technology, and Innovation Expo 2023. This gathering of scientists, researchers, inventors, innovators, investors, and entrepreneurs, as well as other Nigerians who are stakeholders, is an endeavor to set our dear nation on a path of economic greatness. I want to sincerely thank President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for accepting to declare open this Science, Technology, and Innovation Expo 2023, the last under the present administration. I equally want to commend Mr. President for his remarkable efforts in promoting science, technology, and innovation as the major instrument for our economic diversification geared towards sustainable national socio-economic development. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the importance of science, technology, and innovation all over the world cannot be overstated. As you are aware, science, technology, and innovation constitutes the foundation and driving force in the industrial leadership of nations and business entities, as well as economic success on the global scale. Countries who have made significant progress towards sustainable economic development owe their success to significant investments in science, technology, and innovation, which ensures uninterrupted increase in productivity and possibility of equitable and sustainable industrial development. On this premise, the theme of this year's Expo, actualizing effective diversification of Nigerian economy through science, technology, and innovation, could not have been more appropriate at a time like this, when the country is just recovering from caused by the devastating effects of COVID-19 pandemic. Over the years, Nigeria has shown signs of great future
with the utilization of science, technology, and innovation as the catalyst of development of its abundance of natural and human resources. This, however, must be accompanied by a conducive working environment that encourages the application of the skills acquired through science, technology, and innovation. The experiences of Japan and a few other Southeast Asian nations are especially instructive in this regard, as they dedicate development of their economies, with the resultant effects seen in their economic standing in the world today. On the premise of the foregoing, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is noteworthy that President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration recently approved the 2022 revised Science, Technology, and Innovation Policy. This policy, when properly implemented, has the power to completely transform the Nigerian STI ecosystem, as it provides the appropriate channel for the fundamental reorientation of Nigerians, as well as a pathway for the socio-economic development that will usher Nigeria into her rightful place among the community of nations. It is to be noted that Mr. President also in 2022 launched the first and only Nigeria Science, Technology, and Innovation Television, which is currently transmitting live. It is probably the first in Africa, but definitely the first of its kind in Nigeria. The Science TV would sensitize the general public and governments at all levels and their agents the importance of science and all other sectors, as no sector without applying technology running of its day-to-day. The station will tell our own story in our own way, in its originality, unadulterated. This is in addition to carrying out the three basic functions of media outfit. These are education, information, and entertainment. As part of the federal government's resolve to effectively deploy of the nation's economy, the current administration at the Techno Expo 2021 declared that a minimum of 0.5% of the nation's GDP will be dedicated to research and development that will guarantee continuous productivity and sustainable industrial development of Nigeria. This is a great achievement for Nigeria's science, technology, and innovation ecosystem, and as major work has commenced on strategies for attaining the implementation of the percent of the gross domestic product for improved research and development in the country towards meeting industrial and economic demands. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, yearly, our ministry honors young Nigerians that have done excellently well in the field of science through a program called Young Nigerian Scientists Presidential Award. The students competed at the local government level where state champions emerged, and the grand finale conducted to produce winners in Abuja. The first, second, and third winners today will be receiving cash awards of 1 million naira, 750,000 naira, and 500,000 naira respectively. Your Excellencies, the highlight of this competition is for these students to have a presidential handshake from Mr. President and hear the federal government's pronouncement of scholarship awards to PhD level to them as carried out annually. I am sure their expectation in this regard has already received presidential assent. Permit me, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, to briefly inform you of some of the giant strides our ministry made recently in fulfilling its mandate, such as charting the course of technological development, improved research and development, policy formulation, supervision, and promotion of all matters of science, technology, and innovation ecosystem in the country. The ministry developed the national policy on welding and welding-related fields. This is in tandem with the objectives of the Presidential Executive Order Number 5 to promote local content in the country. It is the bedrock of engineering and heartbeat of industrialization and remains one of the highest employers of labor and the critical cornerstone for the construction industry. We have also developed an indigenous software to harvest a comprehensive database of Nigerian professionals in the various fields of science, technology, and innovation as fulfilling one of the objectives of Presidential Executive Order Number 5 that will enable us to harvest experience in the sector anytime the need arises. Nigeria, through our ministry, in collaboration with the ECOWAS Commission, hosted the African Forum on Research and Innovation, tagged Paris 2022 in October 2022 in Abuja, where ideas were synergized and exchanged on the improvement of commercialization of research and development outputs that will boost the socio-economic growth of African continent. Also, we have succeeded in carrying out the flag off of the National Dialogue on the establishment and implementation of the Technology and Innovation Centers for Global Competitiveness and Enhanced Productivity in October 2022, which was equally carried out across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. It is to be noted that the zonal dialogues, critical challenges, as well as solutions were harvested and harnessed for effective economic development and sustainability of each of the zones based on their peculiarities and needs. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please take time out to tour the exhibition stands and see the display of research findings of our researchers, inventors, and innovators. I also invite the organized private sector and investors to take advantage of the research results showcased at this expo to generate wealth for both themselves as well as create jobs for our teeming population. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, the positive outcome of this event will no doubt change our narrative of dependent nations to self-reliant and indeed spur innovation and invention in order to reap the socio-economic benefits of all-inclusive economic growth and development through diversification. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I cannot conclude this speech without paying
All right, please, can we appreciate the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation once more, please? Let's appreciate him once more. Put our hands together for the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation in the person of Senator Marmara. Thank you, sir, for your delivery. Well, as he goes back to his seat, and it's time for us now to bring in the representative of Mr. President on this occasion, may I inform him too that this administration happens to be the first administration in the past 4 decades that has paid attention to science and technology. As a matter of fact, the administration has put science and tech in its rightful place in order of prioritization. The Executive Order 5 is more like it because, of course, it entrenches indigenization of technology. I want to appreciate the presidency really for making sure that Naseni is upgraded, because in Naseni you can find all manner of science and technology products that can be commercialized and will be of benefit to Nigeria. If you commercialize the over 150 technology products in Naseni, Nigeria will have no reason to do any importation. And as the minister just said, that he wants people to go to the stands and see what Nigerians are capable of doing in terms of actualizing science into technology. They translate same into technology. They are here, various of them that you can see. So now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time really to invite the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, today represented by Chief of Staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari. Can we put our hands together as we bring him into the podium to respond to what the minister just told us? And let's know what the presidency has in store within the few months to the end of the era to see what they can do also to continue to uplift science, technology, and innovation as the only key to national progress, the only key to national development, the only key to becoming a great nation. Nobody can change that philosophy because it's well entrenched in the history of mankind that technology is our partner in progress. Welcome, Ibrahim Gambari. Thank you, sir.
Environment, Honorable Benila, Chairman of the House of Representative Committee on Science and Technology and Innovation, Honorable Minister of Water, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Technology and Innovation, Mrs. Monilola Udo, the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, Professor M.S. Haruna, representative of the Chiefs of the Navy, the Air Force, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to deliver on behalf of His Excellency this address. Quote, "Great pleasure and honor for me to be present in this auspicious occasion of the 7th edition of the Science, Technology and Innovation Expo 2023, where the think tanks, that is the inventors, innovators and researchers of the country are gathered to showcase their research and products, goods and for the purpose of commercialization geared towards moving Nigeria from consumption economy to production economy. It's a fact that no nation of the world has been developed devoid of the utilization of science, technology, and innovation apparatus. And therefore, I especially congratulate the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, especially the leadership of that ministry, and the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation in their quest to consistently execute this program. The theme for the Science, Technology, and Innovation Expo 2023, actualizing effective diversification of the Nigerian economy through science, technology, and innovation, STI, is very dear to us as a nation. As a government, since we took power in 2015, we've demonstrated our desire and indeed commitment to diversify our economy through the application of the science, technology, and innovation, including especially through improving the budgetary allocation of the Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, whose budget before then was so meager that it could not have ensured any meaningful contribution to economic development. We also realize the important role played by science, technology, and innovation, STI, in social economic development. And in this regard, for the first time, we convened the National Research and Innovation Council meeting, which focused on building local capacity to compete favorably with scientifically advanced economies through refined processes for funding research and innovation in the country. We also place special premium on the STI sector for the utilization of our local raw materials and personnel. And so I personally signed the Presidential Executive Order number 5 for the planning and execution of projects, promotion of Nigerian content in contracts, science, engineering, and technology on the 2nd of February, 2018. This executive order is an instrument that our scientists, our engineers, and other allied professionals have been yearning for years to contribute effectively in the development of Nigeria. It is on record that this order did not only strengthen and support scientists, it has strengthened our other professions and encouraged interprofessional collaboration towards building the capacities of Nigerians. In line with the of this order, I inaugurated the Presidential Monitoring and Evaluation Council, PMEC, on October the 14th, 2021, and has established 6 technology and innovation centers of excellence across the 6 held with relevant stakeholders in 2022 to provide solutions for the industrialization of the country, geared towards job creation and wealth generation in order to arrest youth restiveness and other social vices in our country. As a matter of importance, attached to the objective of the Presidential Executive Order Number 5, my administration in November 2022 approved the National Policy on Welding and Welding-related Fields as part of our efforts to fast-track industrialization and sustainable development, which will arrest the present situation where many Nigerians outsource welding jobs due to the emphasis placed on foreign welding certification. As you are aware, there is no sector of the economy that will make meaningful impact on the citizenry without utilizing the inherent potentials of the welding and welding-related field, as this is the surest and easiest way to crystallize the potentials of our people for greater socio-economic development. Recall that in my speech at the 5th edition of the Science, Technology, and Innovation Expo 2021, I said that in tandem with the decision made by the African Union Executive Council in 2006 to establish a target for all members of the organization of 1% of GDP investment in research and development R&D in order to improve innovation, productivity, and economic growth. At this junction, we want to reiterate that having come to terms with the challenges of this critical sector of the economy, we will henceforth dedicate 0.5% of our GDP to R&D in order to fast-track meaningful development, end of quotation. I would like to inform you that we have made efforts in actualizing this through our communication to the National Economic Council to come up with the modalities to achieve this noble intention of government. I would like to personally congratulate the winners of this year's 774 Young Nigerian Scientists Presidential Award, 774 Young Spark. I commend your creativity and competitive spirit towards your academic pursuit to become future scientists, engineers, and technologists to better the lot of our nation. I'm pleased to announce that the candidates who emerged first, second, and third respectively in the final examination of the recently concluded 774 Young Nigerian Scientists Presidential Award competition have all been granted full scholarship up to the Doctor of Philosophy, PhD level in any science-related discipline of their choice in any of our universities. It has been the practice of my administration as we do our scholarship centers will serve as a hub and forum to bring together all stakeholders in the science, technology, and innovation ecosystem to chart the way forward on the utilization of both mineral and human resources for global competitiveness, which I believe will help in our industrialization challenges in this 21st century. Today, I urge all researchers, inventors, and innovators participating in the Techno Expo today to be resolute, as we have confidence that your R&D outputs will make Nigeria a truly great nation, respected all over the world for its exploits in science, technology, and innovation. To congratulate the awardees of this exercise in advance, knowing well that your products, goods, and services will provide solutions to some protracted challenges of the Nigerian STI sector. It is therefore with great joy and honor that I hereby declare open the Science, Technology, and Innovation Expo 2023. I thank you. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. President Muhammad, President, Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for applauding the representative of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He will still wait to perform a special ceremony, which is the unveiling of the national policy on methanol fuel production technology. But at this time, let me invite the honorable ministers here to please join the Chief of Staff here on the podium for this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please step forward to the podium and keep company with the Chief of Staff for this short ceremony.
The ministers here present, members of the diplomatic community, please step forward. Also, we're beginning awards to the 3 best students who performed very well at the Young Nigerian Scientist Presidential Challenge. Various exams and tests were conducted from local government to state and national level, and 2 students excelled. Can we have the students up? Let's have the students up. Monsieur le ministre de la Science et Technologie du Cameroun, bienvenue. The High Commissioner of India, the High Commissioner of India, the Communications Counselor of Ambassade, Delhi, please join us up here. Thank you very much. Yeah. I want to. Your Excellency, sir. So, over the course of the year, the ministry conducted exams and tests from local government to state level, and these 3 students excelled. In top position from Ebonyi, we have Chidebere. We have Chidebere Olubeji. Please come forward, Chidebere. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chidebere in top position. Top position from Ebonyi. Thank you very much. In second position, Your Excellency, we have from Ondo State, Oluwaju Adebowale. Please put your hands together for him. He came second. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, in first position from the FCT, Representing FCT, the Federal Capital Territory, is Chukwuebuka Joe and Lefty. Please put your hands together for him. He came first. He is the champion.
So should they go this way?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, photographers. Thank you very much, photographers. Please clear the way. Please clear the way. Please clear the way. Please clear the way. Clear the way. First second, third, please come forward. Sir. First second, third. All the students with the minister's excellency. Where's the please, can you go to the venue of the meeting now? The venue of the meeting now. Please clear the way. Clear the way. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
In the name of His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I have the honor and methanol chain.
Wow. The methanol value chain program is hereby unveiled. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. And we will proceed to the exhibition center. No.
Your Excellency, this program, Methanol Value Chain Program, will drive the implementation of Nigeria's nationally determined contribution in 7 sectors. It will improve our transportation, it will provide electricity, it will generate more industries, it will also generate over 240 million jobs by our estimates in the next 2 years. Thank you, sir. And this is also an alternative source to electricity. In the coming weeks, maybe in the next 2 weeks, the hydrogen fuel cell that is in the port will be launching it at the presidential villa. Thank you, My Excellency.
Thank you. National anthem. National anthem, please.
Ministry of Science and to achieve the full implementation of the program, public utilization. That's